What's up, everybody? On today's episode of the Hashtag Blackout Podcast, we use the Force and talk about Star Wars, Rise of the Skywalker. We sort of talk about our end of this year and beginning of next year. Get voicemail and a few other things. All this and more on today's episode of the Hashtag Blackout Podcast.
I've been in this game for years. It made me an animal. It's rules to this shit. I wrote me a manual, step-by-step booklet for you to get your game on track. Not your wig pushed back. Uno. Never let no one know how much dough you hold. Cause you know that you're to breed jealousy, especially if that man fucked up. Get your ass stuck up. Number two. Never let them.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 146, 146 of the Hashtag Blackout Podcast. I'm Jared.
What's up, people? I'm Jay.
And man, we are back and at it again. Jay, how's it going? How's your week been so far? Or past couple weeks?
Past couple weeks is cool. Just like I told you before the show started, just ready to get this holiday season over with. Start this new year off.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, it ain't gonna be a new year, new me situation, but you know, just ready to get it over with.
Yeah.
Start the new. Yep.
That's good. So
that's it.
So just so the listener knows, today we're recording on Christmas Eve. As an alarm goes off.
That's our Christmas music.
Yeah, right now. Today we're recording on Christmas Eve, so one day before the big holiday of the season, and I think we're both to the point where we're sort of ready to get this part of the holiday time over with. It's just been sort of a crazy year, crazy month, per se. So, so good on you. Hopefully you got all your Christmas shopping done and everything wrapped and ready to go.
I guess.
Well, I remember you did say that your kids not gonna see Santa Claus show up to their Christmas tree this year. So.
Yeah. But like I said as well, somebody can be rather convincing to have Santa come.
Oh yeah.
So I still don't want to get
Mama. That's what Mama does right there.
Yeah, that's what Mama does, and Mama's still going out to get other stuff right now as we speak. Which I just think is completely silly.
Yeah. I get it though, man. I don't know. It's one of those things. I don't know. I guess you sort of pick your battles and see what is actually so bad that it's worth snatching that Christmas away, or what is just like, okay, it's bad. I think you're over it now. I think you have learned from whatever punishment you had before, but we know you're gonna do it again. So I'm gonna just let it go, like Elsa said. I don't know. That's cool. Yeah, I gotta say, man, I think that, like I told you before, I think that I'm done. I'm not going back out for anything else, gift-wise. Everything is taken care of. I think Hooks Rub sent its last shipment yesterday, but it's crazy. Last two shipments yesterday, but it's crazy. There's still people just like shooting me messages saying, "Hey, I know it's last minute, but can I meet you for this thing?" And I don't know if today's gonna work.
Selling them crack.
Yeah, man.
Selling them Hooks crack.
I'm that spice dealer on the corner. You know what I'm saying? Spice dealer on the corner, slanging, smoking sweet stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how Poe was. Poe from Star Wars, slinging that spice. He was a former spice dealer.
Spice runner.
Slinging that hooks across the galaxy far, far away.
Hey, man, if Poe Dameron could do that, he's the best pilot. You know what I'm saying? He's the best pilot in all of this part of the Star Wars universe. So yeah, go for it, Poe. Get it for me, please. Get it. Get that spice out there. Yeah. I need to give him a couple free bottles so he can go and so he can do some content for me. No, but no, man, it's been a busy season. Really thankful that this year I actually did a lot of things with Hooks Rub that I had planned on doing, and a lot more things that I hadn't planned on doing. One of which was being on a local Fox affiliate earlier this week. Yeah, doing just sort of like a, what do you call it? Just doing a demo, I guess, of a recipe of the Southern Meatball Bomb. So really happy about that. If you want to check that out, you go to hooksrub.com. Okay, seriously, stop. Go to hooksrub.com. And a link should be on there. If it's not on there, you can go onto my Instagram page at Hooks Spice Rubs. The link's in the bio. And if you don't want to find it there, go to, Fox 13 The Place, and look up Hooks Rubs and Spices on there, and the video link will pop up. So, yeah, man. So let's go ahead and get into this episode as I look at videos of people doing elf nails for their toes for the holiday season. I don't know how they can walk with those claws, but I don't know how they put shoes on, actually.
Flip-flops, man. Christmas flip-flops.
Oh, I guess you're right. Looks terrible. Made me throw up a little bit in my mouth. Hey, we got some voicemails today. Very excited to get voicemails again. Why don't you go ahead and tell the people where they can leave us a voicemail?
Where? 353-BL8KPC. That's 353-252-5572. That's where you could give us a call. Let us know your deepest, darkest secrets. I don't know where that came from, but yeah.
Oh, wow. Do you have some deepest, darkest secrets about the holiday time that you want to tell the world?
Deepest, darkest secrets? Yes. I actually very much dislike this time of year. Sorry.
No love. All right.
Not one.
All good. All right, here we go. So 3 voicemails on deck today. So here we go. And the first one, 3, 2, 1.
What's up? Hashtag Blacked Out Podcast. This is your cousin and Memphis correspondent. This is Diva99. Y'all, I've been sick with walking pneumonia. And if you know what walking pneumonia is, it's pneumonia, but you still walking around normal. It's not as bad as the other pneumonia, but I'm recuperating and I feel a little better. Just got to take care of myself. I'm watching The Joker, and this movie, the newest movie, interesting. Now I know why he was. And have y'all seen Queen and Slim and Queen, whatever? Have y'all seen it? What do you think? And let's see, Netflix been having a lot of good movies. And so I will talk to y'all later. This weather is funky. Now somebody ringing my doorbell. Oh, I hope it's a naked man. Bye.
Okay.
That's the way to come back, Kayla. Hoping for a naked man at your door. So maybe that was the Christmas present that you needed. So thanks for coming in on that one. Sad you had some walking pneumonia. Hopefully you get better there. So the Joker movie, you saw the Joker movie, right?
I didn't. I planned on going see it, but obviously family life and work life took a priority to that. So yeah, but I will eventually see it. I need to see it. I want to see it.
Same here. I didn't have a chance to see it. I don't know if it's already out on.
No, it's already on like digital.
Blu-ray digital.
I know it's on Apple TV or whatever it is. But I'm not sure about like Google Play or anything like that. I don't have Apple TV, so.
Yeah, no, I don't have that either. I'm excited to see it. I haven't had a chance to see it either. It's just stuff got in the way, so didn't have a chance to. But yeah, I still want to check it out. Also, Queen and Slim. So sounds like you hadn't seen that yet, huh?
No, I really wanted to see that.
Yeah,
I do.
I haven't seen it either, but I've heard mixed bag of reports about it. I've heard that some people loved it. I've heard that some people thought it was too slow and not really exciting. That people fell asleep in it. So yeah, so it'll be interesting to see, and I'll probably wait to see that obviously when it comes out on one of the streaming services, and check it out then. Just because it is what it is.
Yeah, it's just difficult to see some of these movies when you don't have like babysitters, because it's always a kid thing. You got to watch kid friendly movies sometimes.
Yeah, I got you. That makes sense.
Or a lot of times nowadays, so can't do it like we used to do it in the past and just go.
That makes sense.
Whenever we felt like it. So.
That makes sense. Let's see here. Yeah, so hopefully she is feeling better. Yeah, Netflix has had quite a few really good movies, and Disney Plus has also had some really good shows as of late. The Mandalorian, apparently is doing numbers.
Hear about Witcher? Yeah, Mandalorian's doing good.
I saw The Witcher came out. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I do want to check it out. I've not played the game, but like that, I love that medieval stuff and everything to do with it. So for some reason, I don't know why.
These were more based on the books.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I'm excited to see. I want to check it out. It's in my queue as well.
Yeah, it's pretty good. On the last episode, there's 8 episodes just to get you I guess a little bit of background. Okay. 8 episodes. The first episode is like an hour and a half, and it was really dope.
Okay.
And every episode after that is roughly like an hour, 50 minutes to an hour.
Okay, that's cool.
But it's so far it's really good. I don't want to give too much away, but it may get a little confusing around, I guess, episode 4. Okay. But everything kind of comes back around to make sense.
Yeah, that's cool. Did you read the books?
I didn't read the books. I didn't play the games either. I wanted to. I heard about the books before the game, and I just never got around to doing anything. I got so many books I'm not even finished with. Yeah. I just jump around from book to book to book. So, but eventually I'll get to it and check it out.
That's funny. Yeah, my daughter the other day was like, "Dad, why don't you ever read books?" And I was like, "Honey, I can read. That just take too much time." Because I mean, she and her brother read a lot. My wife has one of those like Kindle things or whatever, or Nook, whatever you want to call it. Where she reads a lot, and I'm just like, I got too much other stuff to do than just sit down and read. But it's also been a long time since there's a book that really pulled my attention. I'm trying to think. Maybe Sidney Poitier's Measure of Man was one of the last ones that I actually wanted to read, and that's been a few years. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess I've never been that deep into doing it. So,
let's see. What am I currently? I'm currly reading Sweat the Technique by Rakim, and it's a real good.
Nice.
It's a real good book. I'm like halfway done with that, and then I got so much stuff. I got Questlove's Creative Quest book that I'm like halfway. I started reading. I got halfway through, and then something else came up, and then so that's how I spend a lot of my lunch break time, reading when it's cold or walking outside. Yeah. So reading is fundamental.
Yeah, it is. Reading is fundamental. That is correct. All right, and on that note of fundamental, we'll go on to Kayla's next voicemail. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Yo, this is Steve99, Yahoo.com. Why y'all didn't tell me strippers be stripping? Why come you guys didn't tell me there are blind strippers? There's this video going around, and it's actual footage of this blind stripper going off.
No.
On her little stripper friend.
No way.
I'm going to have to send it to y'all, but interesting. I guess, people got to make their money regardless. What's the weather been like where y'all at? Because in Memphis, man, it's crazy. One day it's 54, then it's 27 degrees, then it's 60, and it's just crazy. But anyways, just a little update on my dad. He has Parkinson's, and it's progressing very much so, but we dealing with it. So I'm on my way up to see him and take him some fruit and stuff and harass him. So I will let y'all know how that goes. But I've been pretty busy, got a job promotion and all this crap, so life takes over. But I'm back. So y'all will be hearing from me. Now I got to catch up with y'all's show. Okay, then. Bye.
All right. Wow.
Awesome.
Congrats on the promotion there.
Yes.
Makes sense. Maybe
yes,
I wonder if she took the job of that boss that she didn't like. She's able to take over that person's job. And I hope your dad is getting better. Will feel better soon. I know that's a disease that it just takes everything from your body. I understand that. So that with my own grandfather. So it's hard to even project how that goes, but I definitely understand that. Blind strippers. I did not know anything about that.
I didn't know that was blind strippers. I don't know. I mean, as long as they could hear the music, I guess they'll be able to move, do their thing.
I just had a thought though, like, what if is this wrong? I don't know. Maybe no, not deaf. Deaf is fine. Like they could just play music in their head, whatever they think music is, and probably be something.
What if it's the wrong, completely moving to something completely different?
I think a deaf stripper would have to have a zero music performance. Or you know what though? No. The deaf strippers will be fine with music because they have other senses that are heightened, so their sense of like feel, I guess you know what I'm saying, with like the beat hitting the stage, hitting the pole, they could feel the beat. The problem is they'd be like a beat off. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel the beat, then they do the move that coordinates with the beat. You know what I'm saying? So unless they had something memorized, I don't know. But no, I was thinking like of the blind strippers. Like, what if they went to grab the pole and they missed? Or does somebody bring them?
That's why they got the little cane in their hand.
Oh, dang. I didn't even think about that.
Tink, tink. Feel that pole.
Like, oh, there it is. Okay. I don't know.
But here's the ultimate question. If you went to a strip club, would you be the type of person to laugh at that person if they missed the pole and fell?
Dog. Why are you going to ask me that question? Because you know the answer. You know the answer. I think the initial reaction
or would you be sympathetic to it?
I think the initial reaction would be, yes, I probably might snicker. But then I would be concerned and hope that the person was fine. But I mean, it's more like a laugh with you situation than laugh at you. Hopefully if the person is fine, because I'm the type of person where I'm clumsy enough where stuff like that would happen to me. Like if I was up trying to hit the pole and I missed it, like even not blind, I would miss it somehow and, end up halfway into the audience. I would just either stay down and act like I was hurt, and people would have real concern, or I would just start laughing and hopefully get the chuckles out, make a little more tips that way. So, I don't know. What about you? What do you think?
Hey, I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's hard for me to to say in that particular moment. But I probably would laugh. I mean, even if they came to the stage with the cane in their hand. Sorry, got to knock on wood with that one because I don't want to end up blind or any of my people blind.
Yeah, same here.
Oh man, yeah, that's it's tough to say what I would actually do in that situation.
Yeah.
Why did I even ask that question?
Because you know what you would do in real life, you would bust out laughing. Bust out laughing. All right,
possible.
That's funny. Yeah. I don't even know, man. I don't even. The real test. I'm So believe it. I'm not gonna say it. Okay. Okay. Next question. Next voicemail. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hashtag Blackout Podcast. It's your favorite cousin, Memphis Diva 99 at yahoo.com. Yeah. Y'all, how y'all feel about Lizzo? I love her music. But how y'all feel about when she came out wearing that shirt that looked like some thumbs that she cut the booty part out and had a booty out? I'm a thick woman. Well, I'm not obese, but I'm not skinny either. I'm curvy, okay? I feel like it's nothing wrong with loving your body, but that just disturbed me and it scared me, and I'm still having nightmares of a booty. And I don't want to dream about a woman's booty and some thumbs that was huge. I'm having nightmares. Oh, well. I'll call y'all later. But, hey, I seen the Joker. Y'all, that's Batman. Bravo. Have y'all seen the new Joker? I really enjoyed it because it really told a lot about him.
What?
And why he laughed. He has a condition.
Did she just spoil it?
Okay, whatever.
I don't know what just happened.
I'm at work all by myself this week. Nobody's here for the Christmas holiday. I love it. Okay. Bye-bye. But I'm going to do some work.
Maybe she did, but I tried.
Pretend like I didn't hear that.
I tried not to hear that part. You gotta say spoiler alert first, Memphis Diva. But thanks though. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know about that Joker thing, but Lizzo, booty out. It was like literally a butthole in the pants. It was like a big round slice of fabric that was cut out, and in the middle there was the shape of a thong. So I don't know if that was on her body or if that was just part of the dress. But yeah, Lizzo at the Laker game. What you think, man?
I thought it was a lot, man. She was showing a lot. Now the real question is, was it a clear piece of something covering the butt? Because I don't know if I want them cheeks on them sticky Laker chairs.
You saw a picture of it, right?
Yeah, I saw a picture of it. It looked like it was cut out.
I think it was totally cut out.
I don't know. I would just be thinking cautiously. Do you want them cheeks on them chairs?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right.
Because I mean, if them them chairs are kind of, they got that pleather, leather, that vinyl, whatever on it. I'm sure them cheeks would have stuck to the chair. She would have sat up, and then the chair would have been stuck to the cheeks. I don't know, man. That was a little too much for me. I gotta say, yeah, man, I gotta say this, and shout out to What a Man podcast, because they're finally back with their newest episode, and they talked about this situation too, and they really said the same thing that you're saying. They're like, those are public chairs, people, all kinds of people sit on them chairs. Who knows how or if or when they get cleaned, if they ever have been cleaned, and so you putting your bare butt on them chairs, but then again, you're also sort of putting, all the booty particles. Shout out to the Don't Judge Me pod with Nigel and J Del Negro, because they talked about booty particles after a couple of different episodes, and yeah, man. So you got your butt flakes, that are touching the chair. You got whatever diseases that have been on that chair, because, there's any number of LA prostitutes that have been sitting on them chairs. Call girls, escorts, call men. I don't know what they call the male version of it. But, yeah, sat on them chairs, and, you put your bare backside on there, which is whatever. I mean, your butt, right? It does not look like there was any fabric covering that. It looks like it was just straight booty on the chairs. And I guess this is the next thing. People will,
I guess people have sort of said, don't shame, don't body shame. And I get that, man. I understand. This day and age, this day and age is obviously different than it was in the past. You can't really body shame anybody, per se. And I don't think it's body shaming to disagree with somebody walking into a public arena with thousands of people in it, sitting, and this person is a known person. It's not just like a random Joe off the street. So, you have a spotlight on you and showing up with your butt out. So maybe it's a publicity stunt. I don't know. But I think in a situation like this, man, nobody comes to NBA games for that booty. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're watching the dancers. I guess that's it. So, but nobody really comes to NBA games for that. So I don't know. I don't know, man. I think it's crazy. I would not like to see it, especially because it's flat. But then again, hey, man, in my past, there's some times in my past where that would have been all right.
Yeah, one of them late nights, drunk nights, and you it's like last call. And
maybe not even drunk nights,
Oh, just desperate night.
No, man. There's just a bunch of love. There was just a bunch of love to go around back in the day.
Yeah, you were just trying to sow your royal oats, right?
I remember this girl they used to call Butts and Guts.
Yeah, we've talked about Butts and Guts here before.
Oh yeah, So hey, there was love to go around, but now I don't know, man. It's just not. I don't think that's the place.
So you saying you got Butts and Guts? Uh-oh. Long pause.
Pause.
The long pause means
we'll just leave that pause and let you guys imagine what happened off of that. But I'll say, man,
he got a lot of butt and gut. Slapping in both places.
I know that going to a Laker game is, going to see stars and also going to see the basketball. But I don't think that's it, man. I think you saved that outfit for the after party. That's what I think. But I know that I think the Rockets have also reached out to her and asked her to come and dance with their dance team, as well as maybe a couple other teams' dancers. So I don't know, man. Who knows? Because she was twerking right there on the court side, and then she went and just sat right back down in her chair. So
right.
Yeah, man. So little weird, but it's whatever. I don't know. Want to know what the people out there think. Are you fine with it?
Yeah.
Would you want to see it? When you go see LeBron and Anthony Davis play, would you also want to see a little booty play on the sideline? I don't know. Or big booty play, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Where would you wear that booty out dress, smock, top, whatever you want to call it? Would you wear it at the Laker game? Would you wear it to the grocery store? Would you wear it to get your car washed? At one of those manual car washes?
It's been worn everywhere.
Hey,
wear it to church services on Christmas Day.
Wear it to church. Would you wear it to go pick up your kids from daycare?
It's happened.
Oh, I bet it has. I know you'd wear it to the nail salon.
Yep.
Would you wear it to the doctor's office if you had a proctology appointment? That's just easy. That makes life easy. You ain't got it. You don't have
proctology appointment?
I don't know, but I'm sure they do. But you don't have to drop them. They just say, all right, we'll just turn around. It's already
all right.
Easy access. Oh man. I don't know, man. I think there's a lot of people out there defending her because of that and saying that, there was outrage for it, and so they're shaming her for doing that. And I don't think that's it necessarily. I think people were just so shocked to see a current star, a current megastar, whatever you want to call her, backside that you would normally see from any other star out there. We haven't seen, who else would be a star that we see courtside? Like we see Spike Lee, we see Jack Nicholson, a lot of other
Jay-Z and Beyonce,
Jay-Z, Beyonce, J-Lo, we don't see that booty.
Rihanna.
Actually, we may have seen J-Lo's booty out there, or maybe a bunch of cleavage. Cleavage. But yeah,
cleavage. Yep.
I don't know.
Yep.
They're not out there showing all their unmentionables, But hey, whatever, man. Do you do Lou? You do you, Lizzo. That's what I'm trying to say.
Do you, girl? Wow.
So Let's see here. All right, thanks for the voicemails. Let's see here. On to the next. Let's go ahead and start talking about Star Wars. So we both saw Star Wars: Rise of the Skywalker.
Yes.
On this opening weekend. And we just want to do a little quick review, or quick, thoughts on it, or maybe long thoughts, whatever. Long thoughts. Sorry. Mm-hmm. Man, what were your overall impressions and about the movie after you just see it?
Overall, I personally thought it was a great way to end the whole Skywalker saga. So I have no complaints. There was like quite a few shocking moments. Obviously, there's like a lot of questions that were brought up in the movie, but for the most part, I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was great. Kept me entertained from start to finish. So yep, that's my quick thoughts.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, my quick thoughts, man. I did enjoy the movie. I gotta say, I sort of actually wished it was longer. I wish it was like 20, 30 minutes longer, just so they can add in a little bit of explanation about a couple of things.
Like how long was it? Like total time? It was 2.5 hours.
2 hours, 35 minutes was the total runtime. I think since Star Wars has previews for like 10 minutes or so, or I'm sorry, has credits for 10 or 15 minutes. I think it was about close to 220. So.
And it didn't even feel that long to me.
It didn't.
That's probably why I enjoyed it so much.
I think that's one of the greatest compliments to a movie, if you could watch it and not really pay attention and say that, dang, I just sat here for 2.5 hours. We will be doing spoilers in this movie or in this mini review. So if you don't want to hear them, I say
alert.
Fast forward at least 10 minutes. So with a spoiler alert, which is not really a big spoiler because you can go anywhere and find this, there was no end credit scene. And I think normally, I don't think any of the Star Wars movies have an end credit scene. So I think they sort of kept with that, but now is the day and age where there's like a little extra always in the credits or in credits, and this one just didn't have it. Just like a typical Star Wars movie would, with characters and credits. So man. So where do we want to start with this?
Oh man, this is. Let's just start with questions. Do you have any questions about anything?
Yeah. So first of all, we had a lot of new characters that showed up and a lot of old characters that came back.
Right.
So as far as old characters that came back and new characters that showed up, who do you think did best? Who'd you like best? And who were you? I don't know. Who were you? I guess who were some of your favorite new characters that showed up in the movie?
Well, definitely a new character is
Babu Frik. That's my boy.
Frik.
Booba.
Is that his name?
Booba Frik. Yeah.
Babu Frik. That's Babu Frik, man. He just seems like he just seems like that
man. Yeah.
Guy that just drinks and talks. He's just always drunk. That's what it feels like. Yeah, Babu Frik. Let's see. I mean, I definitely characters. I mean, of course, I definitely like Poe. Finn, over the past few films, it seems like Finn. Mm-hmm. I like his character, but I just see there's like a lot of little things thrown in there to his character that makes him feels like he's being like jokey or at times. He's like throwing in little type of jokes or just the way he says things to make it seem like it's funny or whatever. Or it kind of makes it feel like he's trying to be in modern times, but
he's trying to be the comic relief sometimes. Time.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. But those two guys, Babu Frik, who else? Definitely. Trying to think of all the characters that were introduced. I'm glad Billy D came back. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I was literally writing his name down.
Out of all the characters that were in the old films that came back, he had like the most screen time and lines, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you're right.
So I thought that was dope. I definitely like the part of the, well, it's not, I guess you could call this character, but oh crap, what is her name? She was a former stormtrooper that they met.
You mean
what is her name?
Shalice? I don't know what her name is.
Crap.
I know you're talking about.
You just threw out a random black name, huh?
I mean, hey, but I mean, it's the future, so it's like.
Well, it's in the past.
Kende,
long ago.
Kende Shalice. Wait, what? Is it in the past or the future? Oh well, I guess.
Every Star Wars movie starts out in a time far in the land.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot.
A long time ago in a galaxy far away.
Yeah, a long time ago in a galaxy far away.
This is so far into the future. So far into the future that it's way far into the future for us now, but it's even further into the future that they're telling this story. So that girl's name was Jenna, the new character.
There you go. So I thought that was cool. Mm-hmm. Her being with a bunch of other former stormtroopers, they didn't want to, I guess, kill anyone because they felt it and that it was wrong. So I thought that was cool. That little part just right there you could possibly do its own little series or something, small series just based on that. So I thought that was dope. Yeah, but overall, I thought a lot of the characters played their part well. So yeah. What about you? What characters did you enjoy the most?
Wow. Well,
new and old.
I gotta say, man, my favorite new character was Babu Frik. It was funny. Like my son and I went to see the movie and we were just laughing the whole time. Anytime he would come on, he was just so tiny and cute. And I was like, man, I just want to take one of him. I just want him, just take him home and just have him in my house chilling with me all the time, telling me stories, fixing my computer.
Just working on your computer, working on your car.
I mean, working on all the electronics.
I need my oil change, Babu Frik.
Oh, my internet don't work, Babu Frik. Can you go help me out? And be like, yeah. I don't know how he gets paid, but like you said, maybe it's like that, that old dude who's sitting there like drinking and telling stories.
Cigarettes.
Babu, whatever his name, Frick was
Babu
my favorite new character. I have to say of the old ones, I'm glad all the regulars came back. Obviously, with Rey and all those guys. It was interesting, with the Rey Kylo Ren storyline, how they had them, working off of each other during the movie. So I love that little play right there. And then obviously seeing, Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill, as Leia and Luke, and then of course Chewbacca, C-3PO. R2-D2 had a little role in this one, so you really didn't really didn't have much for him to go around.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I was happy to see those people come back. I'm trying to think. Yeah, so I was happy to see all of them, and yeah, I can see what you mean by Finn. It just, for some reason, and I don't know if this is a character choice. I don't know if this is on purpose that they do this for him, because he has something else that he's going to do in the next film that comes out. But it always seems like he's.
That's it. There's no more films.
There's supposed to be another film in like 2022. I don't know if I don't think it's a continuation of this storyline. I think it's a whole new like bit of stories. And
I thought that was completely it.
Now this is it for the first 9 that George Lucas like originally created. I know that. This is the last for the first 9. But I have read that there is a movie planned for 2022. And I don't know if it's titled yet. I don't know what it's about, but so I don't know. And so this is my question about Finn. This is my thing with Finn is like, and I don't know if they're going to take him and move his character into one of the series like they've done The Mandalorian, or if it's going to go into another like spin-off movie from this version. But it always seems like he's holding back something. Like he's holding back something, like he's fighting for what he believes in and what he loves, all this stuff. But it's always something that he's not telling us. And I mean, in this movie, apparently he had something to tell Rey multiple times and he didn't do it,
Well, word around town is he was supposed to tell her that he was force sensitive. He thinks he's
so that means he feels the force?
Yeah, because if you remember in the movie itself, he reacted to when
she died.
Yeah, so he reacted to when she died. Mm-hmm. So he felt it in him. And I think there was like a couple other little instances where he kind of felt something as well. So that's what people are speculating that he wanted to tell her. Mm-hmm. But obviously we don't know for sure. Maybe if him and Rey like hook up and have some little mixed Jedi babies.
Dang.
You never know. Especially if you say there's another movie coming out. Hey, maybe so.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what me and my son, we're just like, is he gonna tell her that he loves her or something like that? I don't know. Yeah. There's always sort of like a weird, maybe more than friends relationship with them, but they have never taken that step. You know what I'm saying? It's like the friend who's your other gender best friend that you hang out with, that you do stuff with, but you never gone too far. You know what I'm saying? And that, I don't know. Sometimes that's what it feels like. Sometimes that's what it feels like, but then again, sometimes it feels like they're just buddies. So I don't know.
And then was it Rose? Was her name Rose?
Yeah, Rose.
It seemed like in the last movie, Last Jedi, she had a thing for Finn.
Yeah, didn't they kiss?
For Finn. Yeah, they did. She kissed him, or they both did it mutually. I don't know.
Yeah,
but I always felt he had a thing for Rey.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that
obviously it just seems like a very, very super close friendship between them two. So you don't know. Nobody knows.
I think this is the thing, and that's what. Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say it also seemed like Rey gave that very emotional kiss to Kylo Ren.
Yes.
Or Ben. I guess he renounced the Kylo Ren part. So Ben, that seemed very passionate because I guess they kind of, through the past 3 movies, they were,
always intertwined,
getting to know each other in a certain sense, because they kept feeling when each other were near and this and that and battling each other. But I don't know.
I gotta say,
that relationship is like.
I don't know, man. I might have kissed my sister too if she brought me back to life with all her power.
Whoa, like that?
Yes.
On the lip?
Yes. This is maybe, no, I wouldn't have kissed my sister in the lip. But I'll tell you this though. This is the question, because as soon as that happened, both my son and I were like, "What?" And Jackson was just like, incest? Is that what just happened? Was that incest? What do they call it when brother, when you kiss people in the family? And I was like, yeah, because the whole time, every story that I had read, and I even have a book. I have a book that talks about it, that goes back into the history of Star Wars, and this is like predating. This is predating these Force Awakens and all these three latest episodes. I think I got this book somewhere around episode 1, but I think it was older than that. Talks about how Han Solo and Leia had twins, one boy and one girl. So so as we already know, Kylo Ren is the son.
Right.
So we kept thinking, well, this is it. This is we're gonna find out that they're twins. Like that's why they're so interconnected. Yeah. That's why they know. That's why they always are like bickering because they're siblings. On top of the Force, pulling them in different directions. And so, yeah, man. So when we saw that, we were like, "What?" We like gasped. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's why I said that though, man. Because like, I was like, "How you gonna kiss your brother like that?" But she didn't know. But, and that's what I told my son. And then I also remembered in episode 4, whichever one it was, Luke kissed Leia. And then later on, they found out that they were brother and sister. So,
right, yeah. I was initially thinking that too, like before we got to the movies. But then I remember a couple of my friends online some years ago, when I think it might have been episode 7 or 8, whichever one of the newer series, they were like, man, I think this is like, I think she's related to like Palpatine for some reason. And they were calling it, really? They called it way back when, and I was like, and it just slipped my mind until they reminded me again. They like reposted like a memory or something on Facebook saying, called it. Yeah. So yeah, that was the super big surprise to me, Rey being related to Palpatine. So, that totally threw me off. I thought he was completely gone, but
me too. That's why I was like, "What?"
Planet full of Sith, and that I thought that was cool. I thought that was a big thing, and a lot of people were disappointed with that because
that he came back. Thought, or that she was related to him.
That he came back. They thought they should have had more indication throughout the other 2 movies that Palpatine was still alive. Yeah, I thought it was perfect. I thought the last 2 movies, not having any indication, pretty much just completely threw you off of the course of Palpatine still being alive, even though he's like the biggest villain in the Star Wars universe, not Darth Vader. I mean, he's the one that's go ahead.
Though Darth Vader is probably the most, I don't know, I would say Darth Vader is the most legendary villain of all genre, like of anything. He is the one that everybody, you hear the sound of his breathing, you see his shadow, you know who he is, and you're like, oh yeah, it's a bad guy. So I think that Darth Vader, among, just like a lot of others, were just basically sort of pawns in his game of chess. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And it's wild because, like you say, you never got any indication of it in the other movies. I think that sort of falls along suit, with the old original Star Wars from our childhood, because like I said before, there was never any indication that Leia and Luke were brother and sister until the next movie, and we figured that out. There was never any indication that Darth Vader was the father, until that movie, and then we figured it out. And then, down the line, we figured out how, in episode 1, 2, and 3, how they all came about. There's a lot of things that we didn't. And then obviously, we find out that Han Solo and Leia have Kylo Ren as their son. There's so many things that are hidden, and I think Star Wars did a good job again. This time hiding a huge thing from us, a huge revelation. What did you think about Palpatine being like on that I don't know. He was like on this like crane or something. What'd you think about that? That weird.
Oh, like that whole life support system.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was cool because his body probably was obviously super old and drained of any type of, life. So that was keeping him alive for the most part. And then obviously, whenever he started to drain the force from Rey and Kylo Ren or Ben, I don't know which one I should call him now. Ben Ren. Yeah. He starts to grow his fingers back and all that other stuff, and I thought he was like, damn, this should be it's gonna be a good last fight to the death.
Yeah.
So I'm glad it ended the way it ended. What did you think about all the Jedi talking to Rey, speaking to her?
I think that was sort of cool.
Kind of restoring her.
I think that was sort of cool. You heard the voices of characters that have gone, in the past, like Ewan McGregor and obviously Mark Hamill and Leia, etc. You hear and what was his name?
Samuel Jackson's
Samuel Jackson
character.
Yeah, Obi-Wan. You had Qui-Gon. All those people. You even had Jar Jar Binks was like, "Hey, you could do it, Misa." No, I'm just
really?
No. I'm just
no, man. I was about to say, what? Where did you hear that?
Like, hold on. I got to go watch the whole movie just to see that part. No, it was not. There was no Jar Jar again. Even though I wouldn't be surprised if like some Easter egg people come out and say that he was an homage to Jar Jar Binks or something like that, and they find like a little tiny Easter egg in the movie. But I gotta say, I thought that part was pretty dope. I think that Rey's character always struggled with her identity, and always struggled with confidence in the Force. And as you could sort of see at the beginning of the movie when she goes through the training course and just can't finish it. Right. And that's sort of always been her thing. She always has had something sort of holding her back or telling her she's not good enough or whatever. And maybe it's because she has parent issues, that she thinks, all these other things. So I thought it was cool that, that you got Yoda, you got, Mace Windu, you got, Luke, you got all these people saying, oh, you can do it. Come on, you can do it. Let's go. Let's go. Get up off the floor and go over there and kill that old man. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what they were telling her. And so I thought that was a pretty cool little spot. And it was a great callback to all of those people, who basically built this thing. And it was, if nothing else, that was everybody's like last hurrah. You know what I'm saying? In that one little moment. Right. People you hadn't heard from in years in these movies had their opportunity. So I thought that was pretty dope. So through that point, she gets up and she kills Palpatine, and then she dies. So yes. I don't know, man. I think we're all really shocked, obviously in the moment that she died. But then as soon as we saw Kylo Ren's hand come up, we're like, all right, well, he's going to go ahead and heal her up and bring her back to life. I just didn't know that it would take his full life force to bring her back to life. Yeah. I thought that was a great part as well. I didn't think she was going to totally be dead. I didn't think they were going to end the movie like that. That would have been pretty jacked up to me. Yeah, exactly. That would have been messed up. But I didn't expect Ren Ben to die after kind of bringing her back. I thought they would have just been together, alive together. But that part there, and there was another part towards the beginning where I got completely shocked when they captured Chewie. Yeah. And then Rey was going at it, trying to pull the ship down. And then all of a sudden, some force lightning shot out her hand, and
and shot the ship and blew up. And I swear, at that moment, my jaw dropped in the theater.
Yeah.
Like my mouth was open the whole time.
You used to say.
And I was looking around. I swear, for like 2 or 3 minutes, man, I swear, my mouth was open and I was looking around. I looked to my kids and my wife to see what their reaction was. Mm-hmm. Then I looked around the theater and I'm like, what the hell? Nobody seeing this? But obviously somebody would have known, Chewie, they can't kill Chewie. Chewie's the OG,
I'll tell you, Jackson, when he saw that, he was like, what? What? They killed? How they gonna kill Chewbacca? What? I'll tell you, man, my son, even though he's half white, half black, he is just like a black person in the movie. Stereotypical. Talk a lot. I love it. That's my boy. So, yeah, he was not happy. I was not happy. Yeah, I get that. I know exactly what you mean. That was funny. But, yeah, thankfully they were able to... They let us know that Chewie wasn't quite dead.
Yeah, they let us know that. But overall, man, I thought the movie was great. Mm-hmm. Obviously, there's a lot of criticism. A lot of people thought this was the worst movie ever.
No, it wasn't.
And a lot of people thought it was the best. It was not far from the worst.
Yeah.
Far from the worst. I honestly don't think that I don't even want to use that word worse in this particular saga series because every movie has something in it that plays like an integral part of the story.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a great way to send, like I said earlier, I thought it was a great way to send off the whole Skywalker series saga. So and I'm curious to see like you said, if what the next story could be. Obviously we got the Mandalorian, and I read really somewhere earlier some months ago that they may be doing another type of spin-off series based on one of the doctors that was in that was in the show or in the series.
That's interesting.
I can't remember the doctor's name, but
that's interesting. That's interesting. I think it was a good way to end it. I don't have any ill will toward the movie. I thought it was actually really good. So I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so let's talk about maybe some of our favorite scenes, and then also maybe if you had some scenes that you didn't like or you thought were questionable, or even characters in those scenes. So one of my favorite scenes, as some people know really well, I learned stage combat. I directed stage combat on stage, for actors. I was really, I'm a big fan of swords, and I learned, stage combat sword play back in the day, rapier and dagger. It was dope. Yeah, shout out to George Brown, old professor. He was one of the best at that. And so watching their lightsaber battles every time, the one in Kylo Ren's quarters, so they're in like a small, in a small space. And then the one, the epic battle, obviously, where they were on that, they were on the Death Star, which was dope that they brought the, dead Death Star back. But they were on the Death Star fighting with all those crazy waves.
Yeah, that was dope.
That was
sick.
That was dope. And
scary.
And I was watching it and I was like, they're holding back. They don't want to kill each other. Like it's like you could tell, you can obviously tell when somebody's going for the head to kill somebody, or somebody's just like, I'm fending you off for now. And that's what it seemed like. I could tell that even though they were going hard, full strength, on all their slashes and whatnot, I could totally tell that that they weren't trying to kill each other, but I could tell that it was an intense sword fight. So it was almost like they were just sparring, you know what I'm saying? But they were like sparring full speed, So I thought the sword fighting, as always was dope. And I thought it was even cooler when a couple of things, when Rey had both the lightsabers, Luke's and hers. And then also I thought it was pretty dope when she saw like an evil version of herself, that had like the. It was cool because it paid homage to what's his name from Force Awakens. What was the guy with the red and black bad guy
from Force Awakens, or
what's his name?
Not Revenge of the Sith. Not Revenge of the Sith. It was the very first movie. Crap, I can't even remember now.
The Phantom Menace. Darth Maul.
Phantom Menace. Yeah, Darth Maul from the Phantom Menace.
Yeah. So it sort of paid homage to Darth Maul's, lightsaber staff, and then it came into like a double saber, like she could like bend it. I thought that was super dope. I'm just a big fan of swords, man. I'm sitting here right next to like 3 swords that I have in my room. So those were great scenes. And then a scene that was always was, I don't know, it was always sort of weird for me, was first of all, when we met Janna and the other defector stormtroopers, they all rolled up on like horses that like were like warthog horses. Horses. So then they do a ground attack in the big battle at the end. They do a ground attack on top of like one of those Imperial ships, riding the horses.
Right.
I couldn't wrap my head around that. I was like, how are they riding these horses on the deck of this ship? Or these, whatever they're called. I don't know. That was like the weirdest character for me. The new horse thingies, you know?
Yeah.
I couldn't get into them, man. I thought that was weird. So that was an odd scene for me, but
yeah. I hear you. Yeah, the scariest one, or a visually appealing one, that kind of gave me some anxiety was definitely the waves going to the old Death Star. That whole water scene, that definitely creeped me out. Even watching it in the trailers and stuff, man, because I don't like water for one.
Yeah, especially
stuff like that. You know, that's just completely freaky. One thing I did have questions on that makes me want them to expand on the story a little bit was Leia teaching Rey. I guess how to. I don't want to say how to be a Jedi, but how to, I guess, control the Force. Because we only seen like a very little bit from Leia in like the original 3, very little bit, and I think it was towards like the end of the end of the series. Return of the Jedi, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So it makes me want, and there was a scene in the movie that showed, it was like a flashback to her and Luke kind of training a little bit, or Luke training her. So it makes me want to learn or know more about her training, Leia's training, and how she, in that time between The Last Jedi in this film, like all the stuff that she was teaching Rey.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a little long-winded, but I want to know more about that whole thing there, because I think a lot of people were questioning that part and had issues with it. See there, I think, like you say there, and I don't know if when when this movie finally comes out on Blu-ray, DVD, and all the digital services, I don't know if there's going to be a director's cut that has more film, right. And I'm sure there's going to be some deleted scenes added, or at least on the side where you can look at it. But that's one of those things. Like I said earlier, I sort of hoped and wished that it was like another 20 to 30 minutes long, just so, maybe there was some more explanation about that and some other things that we didn't get answered. I just sort of wish, like you said, I wish there was some stuff like that in there. That makes sense, though. I get you. Yeah, those waves. Oh my gosh. When we saw that, my son was like, "Man, those waves would be crazy to surf on," and I was like, "Yeah, nah,
they'd be. Yeah, you would be crazy to surf on those waves because you would die."
Yeah. Yes.
And he was like, "What about the undertow?" And I was like, "Yeah, it would take you hundreds of feet underwater not cool. I'm not about that
cool
life
at all.
But
not cool at all.
It was wild. Looking at those waves crashing, and yeah, that was a bit much. But I thought it was a very cool. There were a couple of very cool pictures. If they could have taken stills a couple of times while looking at those waves, and with the Death Star in the back, it would have been reminiscent of what is that? It's like a Japanese painting, correct? Where they have like Mount Fuji in the back. Or something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
right.
And a big wave. It looked reminiscent of that, so I thought it was pretty dope. That
was dope.
Yeah, there was. You know what was weird to me? One part where at the end where Rey, Finn, and Poe are hugging. It's the three of them hugging. Like they're all relieved and stuff. Is it always weird that Finn's head is in the middle? That bothered me. I don't know if you even saw it or even cared.
Yeah, I saw it. I didn't really pay it too much mind.
And it happened earlier in the film too. Same thing. Finn's head was in the middle, then Rey and Poe were on the outside. They're really hugging Rey.
Right.
That's who they're really hugging. But basically Finn was hugging Rey and Poe was hugging them. That's what it looked like.
Interesting.
So I was just like,
yeah.
Rey is the main character. Rey is the one that they're relieved to see. Why ain't her head in the middle? I don't know.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Person placement was odd.
Yeah. So now I'm wondering, since Rey went back to the Luke's original home, buried the lightsabers. She buried two lightsabers, right? Or three? Dang. She buried two. She had a third one. She buried two and she had a third one, correct?
Yeah, she buried two, then she had the third one that turned out to be the yellow saber.
Hold on, give me a second.
You good?
What's up? Some chips?
Yeah, no, like cheese or some fruit snack.
Go get some cheese.
Octopus.
Close the door.
What?
Close the door.
That's funny.
What was I saying?
You
burying lightsabers.
Yep.
Yeah. So So now I'm just wondering, is there going to be a new? This is called it's not the Last Jedi, but are there going to be more? Are the Jedi completely done? I don't think I don't know if she's learned enough to be a Jedi. I mean, obviously I think the final trial to be a Jedi is to face yourself, which she did. I think that's the final trial to be a Jedi. But obviously she didn't learn from multiple people, and there's no more in the universe that we know of that are Jedi.
Yeah, that we know of.
Are there going to be more? Yeah, that we know of. Are there going to be more?
I think there's definitely potential that there will be more. Based on if, like you said earlier, if she has kids, at some point, because at this point, it seems like all the evil in the galaxy's gone now, right? Or at least the worst evil in the galaxy's gone.
That's what it seems like, yeah.
She's gonna be, relaxed now. She's gonna go and settle down a little bit, because there's nothing going fight anymore. You killed the worst of the worst. All the Sith are gone too. So maybe that happens, and maybe she, has kids, and maybe she has a little boy and names him Ben, in honor of her, what I think brother, but or maybe not. But I think that I don't believe that she is the last one, even though there has the movie called The Last Jedi already. I don't think she's the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's other people out there with the Force. Because I was thinking about The Last Jedi in the end of the movie where the little kid was reaching for a broom or some kind of little thing, and it like automatically flew to his hand.
Yep.
So it's like, oh, that was cool.
Yep.
So there's more out there with the Force.
That's true.
So,
it just gets you wondering. Yeah, it does get you wondering.
That could be cool for a new Disney Plus series. I'd put all my money into that Disney instead of trying to make another film, because it's always hit and miss with your films. Especially with critics.
Yeah. And you got to have the right director too. That's the thing. I think a couple of the Last Jedi wasn't good, or what? Not the Last Jedi, but what was the other one? The one in between. It was the weird one. Between the Force Awakens and Last
Rogue
Jedi.
One.
Rogue One, yeah. I don't think people liked Rogue One. I thought it was fine. I actually didn't think it was terrible, but I think there's a lot of people who didn't.
I thought all of them were fine.
Yeah, I thought all of them was fine too, but I think between Rogue One and Last Jedi, there was a lot of people who were like not happy. And this one, it seemed like, for the most part, it seemed like the audience, I think I saw on Rotten Tomatoes, audience scores like 86%. So, that's obviously really good for a situation like this.
That's great.
But yeah,
because I see a lot of like fan reviews. I look at more fan reviews than I do like major magazines or whatever outlets that review stuff. And I've seen more like people disappointed with the movie than happy with it. So I don't know. Maybe it's just split. Maybe my eyes like go straightly to the bad stuff and see what they're talking about. But yeah, it just seems like a lot of people were completely disappointed with this movie.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I think it's a combination of writing. You definitely got to get a good story going on. That's always my thing. Get your story going on, and then make sure your direction is in the proper place. You could kind of make those puzzle pieces fit together.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. I think so too. So yeah. So I don't know, man. I'm if they do make another movie, I'm hopeful that it. I don't know. I'm hopeful that it's great, obviously, and I hope that they can, continue to capture, the awe and wonder, because I think that's one of the things. Like, my son was like, Star Wars just isn't that good anymore. I'm sort of happy that it's over. I'm like, no, it's hard to capture a young generation with that. But then he's also at that weird age that I was at, where some stuff is cool and some stuff isn't cool. I don't know. It is what it is. But I just hope that they can.
It was a crazy
bring
thing,
that back.
Yeah, my kids absolutely love Star Wars, and they know more than me.
Yeah.
At this point, because the thing that a lot of people don't realize is like the cartoons, all the cartoons that they had, like the Clone Wars and all that, all that stuff plays like a part into like a whole Star Wars canon and stuff like that. So everything kind of comes together, and they're mixing and matching and putting things together through the cartoons and with the movies. That they're like super big fans. They love all they want is like the toys or the Lego sets and books and everything. So they absolutely love it all.
Yeah. Okay. I will say this. Maybe I misspoke. I will say this, that he does like Star Wars, but I think that he's not as into it as now as he was in the past. But I mean, he's like 11, 12, so even though when I was 11, 12, I was totally into it, but he's into different stuff. So it is what it is. But he went to go see it, happily with me, not like he didn't want to go see it. So yeah, so it's one of those things. But Yeah, man, I'm excited to see sort of where it goes. I guess every Star Wars movie they got to bring a new droid, so they brought the Dio droid this time. Which was funny. He was like a little dog or something like that. It was funny. It was like a little pet, like almost. But yeah, I one thing that was weird to me was at the end, Billy D. Williams is asking that Jana, where are you from? And she's like, I don't know. And he's like, let's go find out. I was like, oh.
I thought he was gonna say something like, I'm really your daddy. Hey girl, I'll take you up on my Millennium Falcon and show you what it really means.
That would have been
what this D really means.
Hilarious.
It's Billy D. Williams.
Hilarious.
Oh wait, but his name's Lando.
Yeah. Let me show you my intergalactic swagger. Okay.
Show you this lightsaber.
One thing that we didn't really touch on at all while we're talking about that was the Final Order and all of those like what do you call them? All of those Imperial starships or whatever. Like that, I don't know. It was sort of like I was sort of hoping for more. That was insane. There was a ton of them. I guess I was hoping for those ships to do more. And we only saw the power of one of them or something like that, two of them during that situation. But one thing that sort of gave me the chills in a good way was when finally the rest of the galaxy decided to show up and you kept seeing ships like light speed, arrive. You know what I'm saying? Like pop, 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 pop. Right, they were everywhere. It was, and then homeboy was like, "Where did they get this army from? Where'd all those ships come from? Who are those people?" And then the one dude was like, "It's just people. It's just people who hate us, and there's tons of them. They're about to kill us all."
Right.
Yeah. So they did a couple things in this movie that were far cry different from most of the other Star Wars. They had two women kissing in this movie in the end, which my son noticed immediately. He's like, "What happened?" And I didn't really notice it because I guess I wasn't looking at that part of the scene. But yeah, he noticed and saw that. There was a black man as one of the guys on Kylo Ren's evil council or whatever. The guy who said they're just people. I thought that was interesting. They actually showed that whole Sith horde, which was cool, even though they didn't really do anything other than just sit there and cheer in a stadium. I don't know. It's weird, but
yeah, that was another part that it got me thinking, where did they come from and what was their sole purpose? I think they kind of explained it a little bit, and I don't want to misspeak or anything, but yeah, I think they explained a little bit in there. But I wanted to know what their purpose was because I thought that was kind of cool.
I would have loved to see. I would love to see at some point in time a Sith Academy series, and because they have the Jedi Academy, right?
Like Police Academy.
Yeah, exactly. Slapstick. Get Steve Guttenberg on there.
Gonna have one guy that makes voices.
Yeah, that's what I was exactly gonna say. Homeboy who's making sounds.
Making sounds, making voices with his mouth. What else you make voices?
Yeah. Yeah. No, but I think that would be cool, to sort of see, because I guess Palpatine raised all these guys or something like that, or girls, whoever would. So I think it'd be cool to see, sort of their origin. Young Siths, struggling with trying to be good, but they're trying to turn them evil at the same time. I don't know. I think that'd be maybe cool. I'd also like to see a C-3PO as evil C-3PO with the red eyes. Show up and start murking fools. I don't know.
Wow.
There's a bunch of stuff. I don't know. I'm just being silly, but
It's funny.
yeah, that final order, all those ships was dope. Oh, you know what? Okay, so when they went to that planet, I don't know what planet it was, but they were having like a festival, and they're like, this is every 42 years, it's a festival.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny. And was it every 42 years? Was that paying homage to the fact that this thing started 42 years ago?
Yep.
Wow.
I think so.
Wow.
I think it was.
So that festival, what it reminds me of is the Holi festival. I don't know how to pronounce it. Holi in India, where everybody throws like the paint, dust, pigment in the air, and everybody different color. That's exactly what that reminded me of. I thought it was pretty cool. All right. Well,
that was a lot. I want to see it again.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to check it out again.
Just in case I miss some things. Just in case.
Yeah. Definitely like to check it out again. I want to see it again. I want to, see if I get me one of those Stormtrooper jetpacks that they got now. Or even one of those like Stormtrooper like motorcycle thingamabobs that they driving on, land speeder thingies.
Motorcycle thingamabob.
You know the thing that they like chasing down with in the desert?
Yeah.
One of those things.
Elon Musk will come out with one, so
you probably will.
I'm sure.
And it'll probably fail when you try to break the window that's supposed to be a unbreakable window. It'll probably totally fail, just like it did in his first truck launch.
But people still buy it. Did you see it? Off subject, kind of. Did you see the ATV, the 4-wheeler that he's coming out with?
No.
That sucker looks dope.
No, I haven't.
That looks dope.
I can look it up real quick.
Man.
Yeah, but we could sort of wrap up the Star Wars thing. But one question, and maybe this is a good question to end on, is so all the Star Wars movies after this one comes out on DVD, video, whatever, Blu-ray, all of them will be out. At least the major movies will be out. So, of all the movies, which ones do you not buy? Is this one of those movies that you buy or not buy? I know that you don't always make it a point to buy all the movies that come out, which is cool, but I'm just saying, like, general public, Is this one to buy, not buy, or are there others not to buy?
I think if you're gonna buy it, you gotta buy it, all of them. Mm-hmm. That's just my thing, because there's something in every single one of them that kind of plays into another movie. Mm-hmm. Whether you do Rogue One or Solo, which is like those two not even being in the actual series. Yeah. But there's still parts in there that lead to like why this is happening, who this person is, yada yada yada. So I don't know. I just say you have to buy them all. If I'm gonna go ahead and buy it, that's why I didn't buy any of the Star Wars movies originally, on Blu-ray or anything like that, because I know there was more coming out, and then they're gonna have like this ultimate collector's edition. Yeah. Nine that you're gonna have to buy. Same thing with like Avengers, all the Marvel movies. All of them connect together in some way, and if you miss one, you're gonna be wondering, hey, why did that happen over there? Yeah, or how did that happen? Who's this person? So, I think you got to buy them all. If you do, if you're gonna buy this one, go ahead and get the others.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think you sort of hit the nail on the head right there, saying that, you sort of need to buy them all. If you want the complete story, you want the complete series, buy them all. Which makes sense. I'd say if you're not buying one, don't buy episode 2. Because I don't know. I think,
Clones?
Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Because, I don't know, it just didn't, I don't know. I mean, you saw Anakin growing up a little bit, Amidala growing up a little bit, but I think it was almost a wasted movie, even though it does go into the Clone Wars and the other miniseries of things. But
Boba Fett, Jango Fett. You get to know who and where they come from.
Yeah.
Boba Fett is pretty much a lot of people's favorite mercenary bounty hunter. So it kind of goes into that and explains a little bit about who Babu Frik is. Mm-hmm. So yeah, like I said, earlier, I enjoyed them all. I know there's like some that are stronger than the others, but it all plays an integral part to telling the whole story.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think for me that one just didn't do it for me. The rest were fine. And I was excited with episode 1. When it came out, Phantom Menace, I thought it was cool just to see it back again, and I think it gives like that first story. Even episode 3, showing like really Anakin falling into the lava, and that's how he became what we know as Darth Vader. I thought that was dope. These newer episodes, I thought they were all really good. And then, the original 3. So, it's just a bunch of goodness there. So, yeah, man, of any, if you don't buy one, don't buy episode 2 from me. That's my thought. But then again, they're all sort of necessary. Yeah, and I saw that ATV because I remember from the video.
It looks like something from Halo as well, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say it does look like the Halo ATV. Like he basically just copied all the vehicles from Halo. So I'm sure we'll see a Phantom soon as well. I don't know, man. It's fun, and actually, I think there's a picture that he posted that shows that. I don't know. It's also going to have like a little like trailer to go behind it or something like that.
Yeah,
the Cybertruck.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah, a matching trailer. So maybe you can pull your toys along, or you can take it on a camping trip. I don't know. Anyway, all right. Well, on that note, I think we could be done. We can go ahead and tap on that love box. So, y'all people know it by now. Music is cued. Careless Whisper. End of the year. Almost the end of the year, give or take. Beginning of next year, whatever you want to call it. And we will talk to you about tapping that love box. So, if you got to see the Rise of the Skywalker and it gave you a rise, tap your love box.
If you wish you had somebody in your life like Babu Frik, tap your love box.
That's the little homie right there. That's the little homie.
Just get up some cigarettes and some beer.
Yeah. If you want to go to Mos Eisley's Cantina and watch some blind strippers going up and down the pole, tap your little box. Because in the future, they could probably sense that stuff. They don't need the stick.
Or in a galaxy far, far away.
Exactly. Or, they
used
a long time ago.
Yeah. If you think these strippers could use the force on the pole, which pole? Tap your love box. Which pole would you want them to use the force on? And would the force be the force you're thinking about?
I'm not sure I want the force anywhere around a certain pole.
Hey, man.
Hey.
You never know, dude. Yeah. What kind of force you talking about?
I guess it depends on the relationship, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. If you were hoping that Lando Calrissian would come back and we'd be able to see a little scene of him showing Jannah his intergalactic swagger, tap your little box.
Yes, indeed. If you think they'll come out with another Star Wars movie where Rey and Finn have little Jedi mix babies, tap your love box.
That just may happen because in this day and age, they're doing, a lot of inclusion, and this is the future,
yes.
The future, but the past of the future. So it's possible. it's possible that we're going to see that.
Yes.
So let's see here. So, So if you want those new Colin Kaepernick Air Force Ones, the K7s, tap your love box. Did you see those?
Yeah, I saw them like a few months ago.
They just dropped
showing the they were showing the I guess like a preview prototype of them. They look cool. Yeah, they look pretty cool.
Officially dropped yesterday.
Yeah. How much though?
They're $110. That's it. They're $110.
$110. That's not bad.
I mean, they're not Jordan expensive, you know, but they're a little more. They're like what, $20 more than a regular Air Force One is.
Yeah, still stupid expensive. Huh?
Yeah, I'm not going to spend that much money on them, but I really want them though. One day.
Yeah, I hear you. You gotta put that on your Christmas list for next year. They'll probably drop in price.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see here.
Well, it's Christmas Eve, people. If you're expecting something under your tree, tap your love box. But if you're not, tap it anyway. You're alive.
Tap it anyway. Yeah, be happy. Look around you. Look around you. Look at all the blessings, big or small.
Yes, indeed.
You know, that's what it's about, right?
And that is right. If your NFL team is going to the playoffs, tap your love bizox.
If your NFL team just this past weekend won a game in overtime to make sure they don't get the number 2 pick in the draft, which would probably be the best defensive player in all the country, tap your love box because, that's my Giants. Thanks, Giants. The one time you should sort of lose, you go ahead and win.
Is Eli Manning still playing?
Yeah, he started a couple of games for them.
A couple.
Yeah,
games.
he started a couple games.
I hadn't heard anything about him.
Oh no, man, they replaced him in like week 3 or something like that, week 4.
Sheesh, damn.
But he started 2 games because I think the young rookie starter was injured, and he actually did well in both games. He only won the second game, which is cool. Happy to see him. And this is the thing, man. Eli played so well in those 2 games that if he decides to come back next year, he unfortunately won't be with my Giants anymore. He'll get a shot somewhere. He'll get a shot to play somewhere.
How old is he?
He is like 37, maybe. Let's see here. I'm not sure. Let me look. I can look it up real fast. Eli Manning. Let's see here. Eli Manning is 38 years old. There you go. 38. January 3rd, so his birthday's coming up. And guess where he was born at? New Orleans. Not New Orleans. What did I just say?
Right.
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Nolans. Yeah, he's from New Orleans originally because his dad played down there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Archie.
Yeah, so I'll say this. Eli can come back. Will he start? I'm not sure. But is Colin Kaepernick coming off of a 3-year hiatus still better than my boy Eli? Yes. I think he's still got life in his legs, but it's the way of the NFL.
Is anybody going to give him a chance?
No, not happening.
I doubt it. Yeah. Do you think it's because he kind of screwed everything up, changing that workout? Yeah.
I think so. Yes, but then I also look at it like this. If you look at Colin Kaepernick's, if you look at his sort of explanation of what happened. Mm-hmm. And why he decided to change it, it definitely makes sense. Because if the NFL didn't allow any outside media to come in, what's that about? Like you see workouts of many other players, that are pro days or just sort of like they'll say, oh, such and such worked out for the first time in a long time in front of some executives, to see if he can get picked up. Like you'll see a video from SportsCenter of him. And it's not an NFL video.
Right.
Like there's several outlets that will go and report that. So the fact that the NFL wasn't going to allow him to have outside reporters show up. That was a big red flag,
right?
And really, with Colin Kaepernick on his stand that he's been on, it just makes sense. It just made sense that he would do something like that and say, hey, if y'all not going to let me have, as much open and honest, I guess feedback and criticism about this situation with reporters from all over the place, then I'm gonna do it myself. I'm gonna try to reschedule it. It sucks that he had to reschedule it last minute, and he didn't have enough people have everybody show up. But I'm happy that he did that, because it shows that he's not just doing it just to do it. You know what I'm saying? It shows that he's still standing behind it, and he knows how much this has affected him being able to get back into the league. And the fact that after he finished it, he was like, tell your owners to stop being scared. Yeah, that probably wasn't a good move. It probably wasn't a good move, because if the owners care about anything, it's they care about money, and they care about each other. They care about their ego too. If you say something like that, they will not give you a chance. So I don't know if he still wants to play football. He'll probably have to go to Canada or some other like random league that pops up in the States. But yeah, as far as the NFL, I think the NFL put out a statement that said we have moved on from Colin Kaepernick. So, which is unfortunate. I just think that, it's going to go down, and one day we're going to look back and it's going to be, one of those situations where we see like John Carlos, raising the fist. So
right. True. That's true.
That's what it's gonna be like. So,
wow.
What ifs? Oh wow, Eli got off into a tangent.
Well, yeah.
So if you watched the previews before Star Wars and you saw that new WW84, the new Wonder Woman trailer, and you was like, ready to see that, tap your love box, because that was a great trailer. I'm excited. I can't wait to see it.
Man, I might be a little indifferent. I was like, okay. Hopefully this does be corny.
Nah, it looks good, man.
Because yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. I don't know how to explain it, but
yeah.
I'll check it out. I'll definitely go check it out, though.
Yeah. Of all of the films that DC has done, Wonder Woman has been the best thus far.
Dude, I tell you what, DC needs to stick to the TV shows, because the TV shows are, even though a lot of the special effects and CG are a little cheesy at times, they're a little goofy, but they bring everything together, because there's so much, there's only so much you could put into the films to to kind of build on a character, but they put it all inside of the television shows. And my wife, she loves watching like all the shows, and they all come together. They all kind of bridge together, kind of like what all the Marvel movies did. They kind of came together into this one thing, and that's what they're doing now. They have their own like quote unquote Infinity War type type saga going on. And I forgot the name of it, because I wasn't really big on reading DC Comics a lot, or at least not all the DC Comics. Just a few different titles, but yeah, they're bringing them all together in a certain way to
so they're trying to
create one big event.
They're trying to play catch up at this point. That's what it looks like.
I mean, the TV shows have been around for ages,
I'm saying with like the Infinity War situation, because obviously you see what has spawned from Marvel doing that, and the popularity and characters and money, and so maybe they're just doing this in their comics so they can have a reason to do that in movies to try to play catch up. Because I know that they've gotten a couple of like producers or directors from Marvel, the Marvel series of movies, that have flipped over to DC. So maybe they're like, how did they do it? Okay, now it's our turn to do it. And they may not have the same amount of success as Marvel did, but it's a cash grab, and shoot, if I was DC, I would be doing that. I'd be like, let's get all our best villains and our best superheroes. Let's do like something way better than the Justice League ever was. Even though Justice League wasn't terrible, and basically make a Justice League in the form of the Avengers, or vice versa. So.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was good. I think it's entertaining for one. I mean, obviously you have to watch all the television shows to kind of see what's going on. And you could actually do this if you got a Roku, right?
Yep.
Or do you have a Roku? Or,
yep.
Yeah, there's like a CW app on there where you could go and you could watch all the series and whatever but there's like a million seasons of Arrow and a million seasons of this and that and everything else. So, yeah, it's a lot to play catch up on. But I think they're moving into a decent situation. Is it film wise, like a big blockbuster movie wise type entertainment? No, but for like a television show. It's decent. It's pretty good. It brings things together. So
yeah,
definitely better than the DC movies, I should say.
Yeah,
only because it's better.
I just hope that they do my boy Superman right. That's the only one I truly care about at this point. Hopefully, it doesn't suck.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. It's TV.
But yeah, the TV's good. TV's good.
Yeah.
TV's good. All right. Yeah, shout out to everybody that has been rocking with us. We appreciate y'all. We can't name you all, but we appreciate you. You know who you are. And hope y'all had a great 19. Looking forward to 20. And yeah, why don't you tell the people where they can find us, I guess.
All right, people. As you can hear my printer in the background printing, Twitter and Instagram is where you can find us. iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, SoundCloud, Anchor, Spreaker, YouTube. Email the stuff at #blackoutpod@gmail.com. This is up 3853-BLAKPC or 385-325-2572. If you didn't get your hooks, hooksrubs.com, then hit up Etsy and search for your hooks, rubs, and spices. Get you some for the new year.
That's right.
And, as mentioned earlier, happy holidays. Tomorrow's Christmas. Then it'll be the start of the new year. Yeah. There you go. It'll be the start of another year. 2020. What?
It's amazing.
Is 2020 going to bring us?
Man, I don't even know, man. Well, I know it will bring us. Some impeachment hearings to see if we get old Donald Trump up out of there. But then,
yeah, he may as well just stay.
Might as well just stay at this point, right? I don't know.
Because I don't think he's going to get impeached. I mean, I don't think he's going to get 2/3 of the House to impeach him.
Yeah. That's the thing. He won't. And then also, I mean, you look back and Clinton had impeachment, articles brought against him. Obama did, or at least they're trying to. Bush. There's so many. So it may just be one of those things that goes down in history as they were trying to get him up out of this, the paint, but they may not have been able to. Or this is how bad he was. It's because they tried to impeach that fool while he was still in office. So, and if he does get impeached, do we want Mike Pence to have the chance to be president and then get elected next time around? Because he seems like worse. He's just quiet about it,
So,
I don't know.
It's pretty crazy.
We'll see. Anyway, all right.
It's funny. I know somebody that works for Mike Pence's. No, you're good. Maybe I'll just tell you afterwards. Yeah. All right. Later, everybody. Merry Christmas.
All right. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Blacking out for the 19.
Happy Kwanzaa. Yes.
Happy Chris
Black
Mahana
Out
Kwanzaa.
2019.
Yeah.
See y'all next year.
All right.
Make it.
Peace.